Hey everyone, welcome back in. This is Pharaoh with Total Understanding Tarot. Thank you so much for joining us here. This is your weekly collective love reading. Let's hop right into it. Okay, and we're back. Thank you so much for joining us here once again. I am Pharaoh. This is Total Understanding Tarot. Check out our website. It's in the description box. It's new. I'm pretty proud of it. So yeah, www.TotalUnderstandingTarot.com. You can book personal readings. I am actually going to be putting a discounted reading on there for a limited time. So check that out within the next week or so. I'll announce it for sure. But I want to make the readings more accessible to everyone. Yeah, and have it be still equal energy exchange and have it fair on both ends, but at the same time I can make them more accessible for those who need that. So, you know, shout out for clarity on that. So let's get right into y'all love reading. This is a general reading, so if you would like more information, then I would suggest booking a personal reading. So things may not resonate with you. Just take what does and leave what doesn't. Pardon the noise in the background. There doing construction on one of the businesses outside, so hopefully I can talk over it, as well as the music in the background can kind of help soothe you a little bit. Okay. In terms of the readings, I'm just going to discontinue the general readings and just stick with love and career. There's just some things that I want to change doing a general reading. So just to make sure that I'm most efficient, I want to, a judgment card popped right. I'm more efficient and offer more value. I'm just going to discontinue that one for a little while, okay? So let's tap right into our energy for love. Okay, the Lovers popped out. And the Three of Swords. Ooh. And the Fool. It almost came out a little too rough. It was like almost like a last minute, like last chance sort of energy on this Fool card in the future energy. So I'm seeing the Lovers. On the bottom of the deck we have the Hermit. So you could have been dealing with a Virgo, or you could have met this person while you were in a season of just being really to yourself. And yeah, they could have mirrored happiness for you. The Four of Wands is very balanced energy. Okay, so the Lovers is a choice. So there was a choice that was made. We have the Page of Swords with the Eight of Wands, but they're highlighting 3. So there may have been like fast communication. Wheel of Fortune with the Six of Swords. Yeah, you were starting a new cycle in your life as you were still walking away from things that were holding you back. More Eight of Swords. So yeah, you may have been in a situation of guarding your heart and feeling that you weren't lovable, or that you weren't worthy of love, or something of that nature, but you just decided to go for it. Whatever this is, this new connection in the past, yeah, you may have, with the Eight of Pentacles, wanted to work on it. Because here, this is that Ten of Swords that says everything's fine. It's like this energy of you were going through a lot and not realizing that you still have a lot to, you don't have to go backwards. It's like you were still kind of caught up in between, because you have Nine of Pentacles. So some of you guys have reached like stability in the past. You may have had everything that you desire other than love. That was a 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, you were trying to balance out your energy. You were trying to balance out how you felt. So you decided on a new start. So you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities with the Justice card. So this Page of Pentacles was a new start, basically trying to balance out how you feel about yourself. Trying to give you a new perspective on you. So whatever this relationship was that you attracted was reflective of how you felt about you. Okay? And that was the main gift that the divine, yes. The clarity they were trying to show you. You know, you might have felt, well, why am I not advancing in certain areas? Why am I not being loved? Why am I not? They're like, okay, we're going to show you the perfect reason why. Because you're going to attract you. You're going to attract how you truly feel about you. Right? And it's going to be challenging to see that from the outside. So let's see. So how do we get to this 3 of Swords, Spirit? Clarity. More King of Swords with the Ace of Swords. You asked for clarity and you got it. You weren't trying to hear it at first. You were trying to make you were trying to make this about what you wanted it to be about. And the divine was saying there's a whole reason why this situation happened. And I'm getting, because you asked for it, you knew, but you were just in your head. But the divine was like, okay, here you go. Right here, cutting through those illusions. This is you speaking up. This is you making a decision, right? There may have been just childhood wounds and trauma and cause you not to really use your voice and not to really speak up. But that's how you start to get clarity, by asking the right questions, by saying the right in terms of what's authentic to you. The more you stepped into your own power, you were able to clear out the illusions just off the strength of you're no longer resonating with that energy. You're no longer resonating with illusionary energy. We had a 3 of Cups with a 3 of Pentacles with the Strength card. So it's not a 3 of Pentacles, that's a 6 of Pentacles. So it's the 3 of Cups with the 6 of Pentacles with the Strength card. There could have been third-party situations involved. There could have been people still taking money from other people from their past, right? You know, you could have found out like, oh, this my partner's still giving their ex money, or my partner's still giving their ex attention and affection. Like, whatever it was, like, you realize the cycle in this. You realize it was a pattern that you were attracting. You were attracting the same script, different cast. Shout out to Whitney Houston for that song. But really, you wanted clarity, like, why am I still attracting these same kind of people? And divine is like, this is how you are treating yourself. This is how you are seeing you. Look at your through your partner's eyes, right? That's how you're feeling about you. Those are the things you say to you. That's how you treat you. You neglect you, so your partner neglects you. You talk negative to you in your head, so your partner is talking negative to you, because that's what you're doing. There's no excuse for the person to do that. But you have to understand your role, so you stop attracting that and you stop tolerating that. 5 of Swords. This is also self-deception too. Because the traditional, these cards, one person is really thinking that they're getting over, right? One person is really thinking they're getting over, but they're both losing. This is like wanting to win so bad, wanting to fight so bad that you're willing to sacrifice happiness. You're willing to sacrifice peace just so you could be right. You're willing to sacrifice yourself just so you could be with someone. Yes, clarify with the Queen of Cups. Yes, some of you guys were overgivers. Some of you guys you hear from spirit. That's why you love so hard. You hear from spirit. But you often, with this Tower card, you often wait for the physical representation of your intuition. They've been telling you what's going on, but it's like, nah, I gotta see it first. It's like, what's the point of having a connection with spirit? What's the point of them giving you downloads and letting you know what's going on if you're just gonna stay in it until it explodes anyway? So we have the Knight of Wands with the King of Pentacles. Yeah, and the Wheel of Fortune. I did keep drawing my eyes to this figure in the bottom. And on the traditional tarot, this is the devil image looking up, right? So this is the of karmic energies still seeing you pop in and being like, oh my God, I treated them so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have been Knight of Wands energy. That's just like very player. And whoever it is had coins. So, you know, like that's an energy of like, you know, feeling they could treat you anyway because they had the coins, and whatever they had that you felt you needed, they knew that. And we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Knight of Swords with the Sun card. So I'm feeling maybe there was some information that was brought to the light about this situation, about this person. You could have just outright asked for the information. You could have saw a message. You could have saw some sort of communication that was solid enough, that was valid enough with that Sun card. I'm really getting this energy of like, you were starting to feel more confident in who you are, so you stopped letting the bullshit slide a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You stopped. There was no reason. There wasn't a way the bullshit could slide because you wasn't letting it slide on yourself. You were holding yourself to a new standard. So, you know, just off of law of attraction, that standard had to be reflected outwardly, and you were starting to see, hey, this is it. This ain't it. We had a Six of Cups with the Five of Swords. This could be like energy that you kept going back to. This could be an on again, off again situation. This could be even like just a karmic past life pattern, you know, that you've experienced. Or not even if it wasn't past life, this is generational. So a generational pattern, right? But with this Wheel of Fortune, they're really showing me, they're really highlighting Taurus energy. So you started to value yourself more, right? With that Taurus energy, like only wanting the best, so knowing you required the best of yourself. So you started to value yourself, and you started to see the ways that you weren't valuing you. So just as a progression on that, you started to see the ways others weren't valuing you. Okay, let's go into the future energy. How did you move forward into this full energy? How are you moving forward? And the Magician popped out and just like fell on the floor. You wanted to manifest this in Page of Swords with the Chariot, with the Six of Swords. You had ideas. You started to dream. You started to dream. I'm hearing starting to dream again with that Sun card. You remember what you wanted as a child. You remember the ways that you saw yourself, the grand ways, the lifestyle, the wishes of a child's heart. You started to remember that, right? And the divine helped you move along in that by giving you clarity in these situations to help you see how you're stunting your own growth. You're the master magician, and something deep inside said, something's not right. You know, I'm not living the life that I said I wanted, the way that I know I deserve. I'm not in my birthright energy right now. So like, what's going on? Oh, sorry. Okay, no, I was about to, I'm like, I want to make sure the video is not too dark. Okay, so the way this card felt, like one of my stones were sitting here, right? So it was blocking the past. And I'm hearing Eye of the Tiger. You're so focused on your future, you're not giving yourself room to go back. You're like, that was my past. I learned from that. That's why I'm here with this new start. And clarified by the Six of Wands, you're going to be victorious in this new start. This new start that I'm talking about aligns with your higher self. It's not a reflection of your past devil energy karmic cycles. So you gotten clarity on those, and if you are moving into that energy, you will be victorious. You're manifesting in your dreams come true, your wish come true. And they're highlighting the Four of Wands here within this. So there is someone here that so that's I stopped because that was my energy. You know, I just get kind of like, not weirded out in a creep way, but you know, just like, oh, someone's watching you type energy. Just like, okay. But that's what I heard. Like your 4-1 sees you glowing up. And with the 2 of Wands, it's very passionate energy. And 3 of Wands is sort of waiting for your ships to come in. So it's like, but it's clarified by the 8 of Wands. It's like fast moving energy. So you don't have to compromise who you are. You don't have to get caught up on, oh, if someone's looking for me, or oh, if I'm looking for someone. Just keep doing you, and you and whoever you're meant to be with will align, because you would have leveled yourself up. It's an energy of not needing something from a person, but just like wanting it and loving it and enjoying it, whatever it is, whether it's emotional fulfillment, monetary gain, communication, clarity, stability, or being grounded. Like, you're incorporating all of those elements that you feel that you're lacking, so you'll be fulfilled within yourself, and whoever you attract will be fulfilled within themselves, and you'll know it right off because you've asked for clarity. And this is also waiting for your ships to come in, right? So in the past, we were really getting the Temperance card, and that's the card that flashed, like it's active waiting. You know, you're balancing your emotions, you're balancing out, you know, you're really being the alchemist, you're finding the correct formula for your life. So pardon me, it's not really a mistake, but you're learning to make to trust your intuition more. So there's just a lot less suffering. There was a quote that I saw today that was that sort of really verbalized how the processes I've been thinking about for the past few months. Is like just wondering, are we making, you know, how we always say, oh, we it always this and that makes you stronger, and it's like, you know, just really thinking like, there still has to be a smarter way to do this. Like, just because you're working hard, that doesn't validate the fact that you just automatically supposed to get blessings. Like, maybe you were working hard because you just weren't listening, and you could have really done this an easier way. That's neither here nor there, trying to go to the past, but moving forward, you're making wise decisions. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're not seeing that you're really the boss. So you may have wanted somebody because, oh, you know, they got that check. I really get a feeling they might be a player, but you know, I want to love somebody, and you know, they got their own. I don't got to pay for them, blah blah blah. But you got that. Could have been the other way around. Like, oh, you know, I got all the coins I need. I just need somebody to love me. Da 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 da. You need to love you, and that's what the divine was showing you. You needed to love you, because if you're searching for something in someone else, you're gonna find it, but it's gonna be a price attached to it. So I saw the okay, I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. I'm trying to be more aware of the time and keeping these readings, you know, be thorough, but keeping it a little brief. And if you want more info, always feel free to reach out for a personal reading for sure. So we have the Hierophant. It's like you are taking a more traditional approach on love, maybe. I'm hearing the old split deck and to say Empress. Yeah, because we haven't seen no big boss energy like this come out. Perhaps you're understanding why people do things maybe in a more traditional way. Now, I'm not really feeling like traditional in terms of suppressing who you are and going back to like hate and discrimination based on your gender preferences, gender identity. Like, I'm not feeling traditional, but I'm really feeling, I heard like courting, like you really understand the value in that process now, because it's like that really gives you a chance to meet someone and see how they are in different situations and truly see if it's a match. Like, I'm really feeling like this boss, you in this Empress energy now, boo, or sir, boo, you know. You know, I talk to all genders, but you know, just so you feel included and stuff like that. But yeah, that's just really what it is. You know, it's okay to be fulfilled with yourself, by yourself, until your true counterpart comes. Because even the Empress dealing with the king is still gonna have to put up with some BS. The Emperor dealing with a queen is still gonna have to put up with BS. Because they're not on your level. They're really close, right? And who knows how close they are, because the Emperor and the Empress take 4 kings and 4 queens. So you dealing with very specific queens who are queen in one domain, whereas the divine is trying to get you to level up and become a king in the earth, air, fire, water, queen in the earth, air, fire, water. So you can become the Empress or the Emperor. And then you will attract someone who has done that same thing. But you've allowed yourself to level up. Shout out to the clarity that's coming through. You allowed yourself to level up to the King of the King of Pentacles, or the Queen of Pentacles, or the King of Swords, or the Queen of Swords, or who else popped out? The Queen of Cups. Like, you might have leveled up, like, yeah, I'm on my game, like, emotionally, like, nobody, like, my emotions are intact. Yeah, but what about your communication abilities? What about your honesty? What about your truth? What about your coins? What about your passion for life? What are you doing what you really want to do in life? You know, it's like you're championing yourself for being leveled up in one area, and the divine is like, you asked to be the Emperor. You asked to be the Empress. You need to be the champion in all of those. So these situations are showing you where you need to level up. So we had a Queen of Pentacles with the 10 of Wands with the 7 of Cups. Some of y'all may have been dealing with the Earth sign. We had the Temperance with the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is like the way, y'all haven't read the cards like this before, but it's really making sense to me. So just like ride it out, ride this wave. So some of y'all have, if y'all chasing something for one thing, there's going to be illusion attached to it. If you chasing a person for anything in this cup, like this is the Pentacle. So it's like, if you're chasing someone for money, there's going to be emotional confusion. If you're chasing somebody for emotions, you're going to pay for that with your coins or your energy or your time, or nothing is not free out here. So if you're not cultivating it within yourself, if you don't know how to do it yourself, then you're going to have to pay for it. Just like every day, you know, if you don't have your own garden, growing your own food, you're going to have to go to the store and buy someone who did. You know, it's just that energy of, if you're not cultivating peace within yourself, you want somebody to be your peace. You want somebody to be your, to write your checks, be your banker. You want somebody to be your counselor and offer you clarity on things that you need to trust your intuition and have a relationship with the divine and spirit in order to bring about clarity. Getting wisdom is great, but if you're dependent on that, then that's a void, illusionary void within yourself that you can feel yourself. Whatever the situation is, it's like you can work it out yourself. Put in the work. The Hierophant came out as well. You put in the work. What do you really value? It's like a lot of Taurus cards out here. Like, what are you really valuing? And on the opposite side, what are you being too gluttonous in? Like, what are you just chasing your passion? Are you just that, you know, Taurus energy likes quality, good food, good drink, sexual pleasure. Like, what are you being overly stimulated in one area that's blinding you to the truth that's here? The 7 of Cups, and they're showing me this cup. Some things you need to emotionally walk away from and work on that. You're going to have to put in the work for what you want. Temperance made an appearance with the Eight of Swords. You're getting clarity on who you are. You're getting clarity. Your self-esteem. The Queen of Wands is popping. She fire energy. She knows that she attracts, or he knows that this is feminine. This is a feminine card though. So it's like, you know how to attract that energy because you are that energy. You had to see yourself in a higher light. You've always been this, right? And now you're seeing that. You were in you know, going through so much heartbreak, heartache, maybe being brought down by so many people, negative words and these things, and just, you know, maybe having a rough childhood where you weren't encouraged, where you weren't, you know, loved in a way that would have been most beneficial to you. Just it taught you to diminish your power. Some of you guys have very unique characteristics. As you can see, her skin is like lightly colored in certain areas, like that that famous model, what is her name, Winnie Harlow, is that her name? It's like she used her differences to put herself on, and now that's what she's known for, and now people love her for it. People are inspired by it. So it was a part of you that you were hiding, something that, you know, it could have been different parts about you. Certain parts you didn't like about your body, certain parts you didn't like about your voice or the way you talked, or your gifts may have seemed a little unorthodox. You're stepping into that power now, right? And you're balancing that energy out and being more grounded, and you're gonna attract someone who's just as equally stable in every area, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. I heard as the last one, not in that order of the last one, but it's like you're not apologizing for what you believe in. You're not apologizing for who you are, whether it's whatever religion you practice, whatever music you listen to, places you like to go. You're being unapologetically yourself, and being in that energy is going to attract someone authentically being in there and being in their energy. So you don't have to figure out, ooh, where should I go to meet someone? Live your life. Do the things that you naturally love to do, and there is where you'll meet the people that you're meant to come in contact with. But you're trying to figure out where to go. You're trying to figure out, you know, I'm not against dating apps or things like that. I'm just like, you know, this is an aside. I don't know. Maybe whoever is putting too much energy into them. Maybe y'all were on a bunch of dating apps all the time or something. Looking and searching instead of just being yourself and going out in your neighborhood, in your town, in your city, doing things that you like to do, even if you were alone. And by that I mean solo. Like y'all, this video is running up. My apologies. But I really want to get this information. So it's like, yeah, searching for someone loyal. And, you know, get you a pet for that or something. You know what I'm saying? You know, people are going to be people. Get you a puppy, or get you a kitten, get you someone that's going to just like love you unconditionally in that way. You know, because we do need that type of interaction and love. But you can't go looking for that in people. Okay, that's going to lead to all of this. It's going to blind you to the heartache and the heartbreak that's really happening, that you've already healed from. They're trying to help you heal from. Rising sun, the divine solar child reborn. This is a major rebirth, and you are divinely protected during this rebirth. Because y'all just have to excuse, I'm always digging in my resins and just like everything. So charcoals and stuff. Sometimes I might have a little dust on my fingers. Pardon me. But yeah, being new to anything, it's like being a babe again. You have to learn your way. You have to learn how to walk again and talk again. So it's like being in this new energy. Like it just feels fun. It feels really fun. Instead of waiting for things to grow, instead of waiting for people to stop looking at their past and putting you in third-party situations, and you up here trying to make something grow, when you can really be working on your own things, stacking your own pinnacles. You one pinnacle away from the 9. That means you really close. You really close to your You're really close to your, y'all, this is me not really liking to say all this stuff. You're really close to your person because you're getting closer to you. But you're trying to get to somebody else without going through you first. And that's always going to leave you in this energy. Always going to, you know, going to attract people who are stuck in their past. Going to attract people who can manipulate you because they see the lack in you. Right? So let's see this. Spirit of Isis, triumph of the goddess. Come on now. Goddess of 1,000 names. Isis, endless emanations of the princess. Thank you, Spirit, because I've been trying to see. You've been wearing your heart on your sleeve. Because they drew my eyes to the, I think it was the Queen of Cups in here. She had a band on her arm. And it was like the Queen of Cups with a band on her arm. I'm not sure. But then they made it a little more clear. She's holding her heart. And they showed me the decorative band. You wear your heart on your sleeve. They're trying to show you how to be more wise and how to focus on loving yourself and focus on your goals. Focus on building yourself. Focus on building the empire around you. Focus on cultivating healthy relationships by going to places and participating with people and not expecting anything from them. Like, you're going out looking for love. You're going to find something, you know. It's not what you want. Allow yourself to see yourself as the prize, so to speak. Allow yourself to see yourself as the, oh, they're the one they're the one to get, you know. But only because they match that energy. You're going to get a lot of people wanting your vibe, but not being able to handle it. Magic and ritual, crafting sacred practice. Yes. Continuous, whatever it is that you do, whatever rituals, whatever spells, you know, high vibrational manifestation for your life and for your heart that are connected with light energy and love and not manipulation. Those sort of rituals and magic will bring you favorable results. Okay? So they want you to stay in contact with them. Whatever spiritual divination that you ascribe to. I'm really seeing some of y'all really need to do more yoga or get into yoga. Okay, because those are like mudras for your body. You're channeling in light energy through your body, and it's also clearing away illusions and darkness. In addition to like the actual breath work, it's like circulating your prana or circulating your chi. Tai Chi is really awesome. Also, I do Tai Chi, and it's really the same thing. Chi, prana, energy is all the same thing. Get your body moving. Get into prayer. Prayer more. Like we talk about meditating, that's listening to the divine. But prayer is talking to the divine. And it's talking to the divine like they are your friends, in terms of not just seeing them, oh, it's the divine is separate from me. Sometimes coming out of traditional religious structures, you still see the divine as something separate from you instead of just being a part of you. So it's like, talk to them. Like, oh, you know, I had a great day today in your sacred space. I had a great day today. I saw the blessings. I saw clarity. I give thanks for this and that. You know, send blessings and protection out to my family. However it is you pray. See, I grew up in a Christian atmosphere. So, you know, they had people like prayer warriors and evangelists, and, you know, they would pray hard. And so that may not be your style. You may not pray hard, but you can, you know, physically, but you can be authentic and sincere. And that may be your style. It's just like, you got to do something. I heard that Kanye West, so you got to do something, man. Your ass is grown. Like, come on now. A lot happened to many of us in our childhoods, in our young adulthoods, that weren't really favorable in terms of strengthening us. It broke us down, but we stayed strong and moved through it. So now, who is to blame except for you for not being where you are? And that sounds kind of harsh, because I really don't like to say, oh, it's your fault. In order to take your power back, you have to take responsibility for your life. That means being accountable for your life. Some apologies you're never going to get. Some reconciliations will never happen. How do you plan on moving forward through this energy so that you can live the best life? Allow Spirit to help you. Allow them to help clear your heart away. And allow them to help you see you don't have to keep building people back up and putting people together in order to get them to love you or to show your worth. You show your worth by loving yourself. Show up authentically for you so that you can't show up authentically for someone else. You won't accept less than what you deserve doing that. Okay, so I hope this reading has something to help you guys, to help you all. Thank you so much. Once again, I am Pharaoh. This is Total Understanding Tarot. If you would like to book a personal reading, our website, www.TotalUnderstandingTarot.com, is below in the description box. We do daily live readings, and I say daily because sometimes it's every other day. On days that we post the videos on YouTube, there won't be live readings, but the other days there will be. So just stay tuned for those. Follow us over there at Pharaohs Rise. We no longer have the Total Understanding Tarot on Instagram. That account was disabled and I haven't been able to get it back, so we're just moving on with it. I reached out to Instagram, and there's like still a part of me that's kind of hoping like maybe they'll return my calls, but it's like, it's cool. Like, I had to let go of that. I had to let go of seeing it how I want it, and this could even be better for the channel because everything is on one Instagram page now. So cool. Yeah, allow that heartache and that heartbreak to heal and to happen. If it's something that you need to cut off, yes, it's not gonna feel good. It may break your heart, it may hurt your heart, but the divine is here to help you through that. Okay, they help you balancing out and getting yourself together so that you can be the best person that you can be for your counterpart. So I'm just kind of reflecting. I was like, the message came out how it came out. That's what it is. Okay. So thank y'all. So much love, so much light, and just continue to work on your path. You know, the darkness of yourself and your shadow always needs illuminating from time to time. You always got to keep that shadow in check because it protects you at times, but too much of it, too much of that energy spilled over becomes just like recycled trauma. So just be mindful of that, and don't be afraid to open your heart. Just be wise as you move forward, and to give you your heart first. Give your love to yourself first. Okay? Namaste.